Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. My niece is requesting more pony books, so I'm reading these before I make them into presents. In my last review, I had some people ask me about the difference between the omnibus and the regular edition, so I thought I'd show that off here. So these two are the regular editions of the mainline series. The mainline series is just called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and it's set after the events of Season 2. I already reviewed these storylines in my review of the omnibus, but just for reference, that's about how big the omnibus is. Because these are out of print, you'll have to get them. I can't believe these are out of print already, but you'll have to get them used on eBay, and you can see that that can be like, how used is used. So this one's in really rough shape. I'm definitely going to give this to my niece because she probably, well, actually, she's a little too young for some of the content in this one. So no, it's a catch-22. I wouldn't care about giving it to her because it doesn't have much collector value because of how much rough shape it is. But I want her to be a little older before she gets into it. It's not bad. It's just like high school romantic comedy kind of antics. And, you know, I think there's like a gag about the pony guys. They disguise one of their friends as a girl to take him to prom as part of a harebrained scheme to get a date with the girls. That kind of like that kind of like harmless, silly antics, in my view. And I think I already talked about this one. Yeah. So Friendship is Magic is kind of like adventure stories, and then a few slice of life comedy stories, like the one about what's his name? Big Mac and the Art of Gazebo Repair is one of my all-time favorite comedic slice of life stories. But we're not going to concentrate on that too much. So Friends Forever takes place after the events of Season 3, and it has the gimmick of the series is it's pairing up two characters who don't interact much in the series. So it's kind of like through this combination, you get a story that you might never get. I'm eventually going to talk about all the stories in the omnibus, but for now I'm just going to talk about Volume 1. So in Volume 1, first story is Pinkie Pie and Applejack. It's kind of a parody of Top Chef reality TV survivor shows. I got a kick out of it because it's making fun of like the avant-garde. Pinkie Pie and Applejack actually care about making good desserts, and all of the reality TV stars just care about being a sensation or being avant-garde. So I got a kick out of that. My favorite one out of the batch was Cutie Mark Crusaders and Discord. It's a great example of pairing up unexpected characters and getting a really nice character beat out of it. The basic gist of the Cutie Mark Crusaders is they don't have their cutie marks and they want to grow up. They're so eager to grow up, and they keep trying these harebrained schemes to find out what their special talent is. So they ask Discord, and Discord is a chaotic, weird, evil god who is now on a redemption arc. So when they ask him for help, he takes it personally. He is convinced that he, of course, is going to be able to find what their talent is. And so he tries all kinds of crazy random things using his magic, and he gets more and more frustrated as nothing seems to work. I'll go ahead and spoil it. So the resolution is just Sweetie Belle comes up and thanks him for helping him. And because Discord is like a chaotic beast, he has very few friends, right? So that kind of human connection sort of snaps him out of his ego trip, and it kind of reminds him why he's wanting to turn over a new leaf. So I thought that was a really effective little short story and a great example of how this kind of framework, let's get two characters you've never met before to have a little adventure together. You can get some really interesting ideas out of that. Celestia and Spike, similar things. Celestia is kind of like an older Dumbledore, Merlin type mentor figure. So she provides guidance and wisdom to her students, but we never really see her go on an adventure. Spike's like a little boy who's just really eager to grow up. So the idea is that they go on an adventure together, and Spike is eager to show that, you know, he's big, he can handle himself, he can do things. And Celestia kind of gently allows him to take charge in a few situations where she could easily just like blast through the plot problem with her magic, but she wants to give Spike opportunities to test himself. So it's sort of like Mother allowing the little boy to go out and try something, and Celestia herself gets a rare opportunity to get out of the palace, not have to deal with the responsibilities of running the court, and have a little adventure of her own. So that was kind of sweet. And Twilight Sparkle and Shining Armor, I gotta show this off just because it's kind of silly, but there's like there's a very obvious Mario and Luigi reference. So there's just a Mario and Luigi pony running around in this universe. But this is another good example. So their brother and sister, when they were kids, they used to go on all kinds of silly adventures together. They're worried they have drifted apart as he's gotten married and moved on in life. So they have a little adventure where they investigate a mysterious ghost in the palace, and that's kind of like a chance for them to have a bonding experience and get past their fears that they're drifting apart. So fun little mystery, excellent little volume. Some of the stories I noticed it's kind of like some of them are great and some of them are just okay, but very consistent hit rate. They're all at least fun. So the decision between the omnibus and the bigger editions, these are actually probably going to run you more because they're out of print. They're now sort of like a collectible. Like I think this rough one, I still paid full price to get it in this rough condition. So for bang for your buck, the omnibus is going to have the best bang for your buck and a unique cover. So I think that these omnibuy might be the best option if you just have like a young reader and you want to pick up some reading material for them. And these are going to be more for nerdy collectors. So that's it. Those are all my thoughts. I will let you know more as I she's insatiable. She wants as many pony books as she possibly can. She sits. She can't even read yet. She sits and she carefully analyzes the pictures. She quote unquote reads them. And then I'll say, okay, well, do you want me to read it from the beginning? No, read it from, this is where I stopped reading. And so then she insists that I have to keep reading from the spot she left off on. So this is perfect. I absolutely nailed it on finding the comic that was going to fascinate her with the concept of reading. I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. Love you guys. Catch you later.